Trust me.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel in this video where we are going to talk about Xpeng. So this is a follow-up video to the one we launched yesterday regarding the Neo sales for December and the full year 2020. Today Xpeng came out with their numbers and it was looking really solid. So we're going to take a look at this in this video, and we're going to take a look at some of the upcoming catalysts for the stock, which we have great expectation for. It's actually one of the stocks that we like the most within the EV sphere. So hopefully they will be successful. But let's dive into it and talk more about it.
It's showtime.
If we go back to one of the older videos that we did where we benchmarked Neo, Xpeng, Li and Candy, we looked at a bunch of different parameters. One of them was obviously the quarterly car sales that they have done, and what we can see here is that we have now added here the Xpeng sales of 2020 Q4, which ended at 12,964. This easily beat their guidance of Q4, which was only about 10,000 vehicles, so more than 25% above their guidance, and this is why the stock is really soaring today. The annual growth was 112% year on year from 2019. The quarter year on year growth from 2019 to 2020 was 303%, and the monthly growth in December compared to November was 35%. So obviously these are not huge numbers, but still really strong growth in the sales, which is really good to see. And the delivery of vehicles in December 2020 was 5,700, 3,691 was of the P7s, and 2,009 was on the G3s. So before diving into the individual catalysts that's being seen, some of them were brought forward by an analyst from Merrill Lynch, Ming-Sung Lee. We thought, okay, let's just check him out on TipsRank to get a sort of a flavor of who he is. Does he seem like a trustworthy analyst? And what you can see is that he's ranked 271 out of 7,182 analysts and TipsRanks, and he's 334 out of 15,010 of overall experts. His success rate is more than 50%, and the average return is 179.2. So when we see this kind of thing, okay, we will see he seems like a pretty relatively credible source that we can use to explain to you what he sees as catalysts upcoming from Xpeng. On a price target thing, he did a reiteration 4 days ago, and basically he sees an upside on 9.07% from today's share price. So again, he appears to be a credible source, but obviously this is not confirmed stuff. This is what may happen in the coming year and which may trigger a reaction in the share price, which hopefully will be upwards for Xpeng. So basically the first kind of upcoming catalyst is connected to an announcement that came out last week, which was when Xpeng announced a collaboration with Livox, which is a leading leader maker. So basically a competitor to Luminar Technologies that we did a separate video on some weeks ago. And they want to deploy Livox automotive grade leader technology in an upcoming Xpeng production model in 2021. And it's very important to state that Livox is Xpeng's first partner in leader technology. And what is really interesting about this new production model in 2021, it is that it will be the first world mass-produced smart EV that is equipped with LiDAR. And Xpeng says that the implementation of this in its autonomous driving system will further enhance safety as well as the ability to cover a comprehensive range of driving scenarios. Again, the sales growth is really important. Obviously, this is a massive trigger, but looking ahead in the future, autonomous driving is where the money is to be made, and this is where you really want to be ahead of the game. Currently, Xpeng is not the one that is the furthest ahead. However, they are quite decent evolving, and obviously this partnership with Livox is going to take them to the next step, and this is why deploying this in the new production model could be a huge advantage for them, because they will collect a lot more data, understanding, knowledge, which will further develop their autonomous systems. So this is a really interesting and potentially decisive catalyst for Xpeng. So Ming-Sung Lee has stated that he expects that in 2021 Q4 the new production model of Xpeng will come out, and he says he believes that it will be a sedan model. This has been supported by some spy photos, which is rumored to be the new model of Xpeng. And we've included them here, and we just want to stress that this is obviously rumors. This is not something that we can guarantee is correct. But it could look like a different type of car because it definitely looks different than the P7 as an example. And basically the position of the new car is obviously lower and smaller than P7, and it has a different look. What the rumors is that this is expected to be named P5 in the future, so this would fit pretty well that it's going to be a smaller car, so it's going to have a smaller number. In terms of the power, the new car will use pure electric drive, and the cruising range is expected to be between 500 to 600 kilometers, so quite a decent range. That will probably be something like an 84 kilowatt hour to 100 kilowatt hour battery inside. And as we can see in the picture here, it looked quite technology driven, similar to the other types of vehicles from Xpeng. The two last catalysts that is expected to come in 2021, at least the ones that is mentioned by Ming-Sung Lee, is that the G3 will be receiving an upgrade in 2021, and one of those upgrades is going to be a new lithium iron phosphate battery, which will come with more power, but it will come at a lower cost, basically making the G3 even more competitive. And as the EV market landscape is heating up, and as you still want to attract consumers to switch to EVs, but you basically need to have longer range on the battery, and you also need to be price competitive. So this is going to be really interesting news, and again, if successful, is something that could probably increase the sales of G3 significantly. So to realize all these ambitious plans, Xpeng needs cash, and similar to other hot EV stocks, whether it being Chinese or American, Xpeng has raised billions recently. They got 1.7 billion via the IPO in August, and then they have recently done another 2.5 billion via a follow-on offering of around 55 million shares, which was sold at around $45 a share. So the company in Q3 ended with a cash balance of 3 billion, bringing the available cash following the secondary offering to nearly 5.5 billion. So this is a really good, strong number. So they have a lot of cash available on hand. They had a loss in Q3 of around 127 million. So again, to stay competitive in the global EV market and to broaden the expansion both of new products but also onto new markets, Xpeng needs this cash, and this is why we really like the company, because they have interesting products, they have interesting technology, and they have the cash now to at least fulfill part of those dreams. So it's going to be interesting to see how Xpeng develops in the coming year. We have high hopes for them. This was all we had for today. We really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for future content. Please give us a like, it really helps with the algorithm, and please provide us a comment in the comment section. We do always like to get your input on the matter. Besides that, there's not much more to say than stay safe. Hasta la vista, baby.